Do you feel invisible at work? Do you feel that you're often overlooked for promotion? You're not asked or given opportunities to sit on committees or get choice assignments. You're a highly competent individual with a lot of great expertise, but you just seem like you're invisible. And it can be a big challenge in today's work environment where some people work in companies with hundreds, if not thousands, of employees, where you just kind of blend into the crowd. Or you work in hybrid or remote work environments where you're just not regularly getting opportunities to shine, right? You're not often having these opportunities where you're called into meetings where you get to speak and stand out. So really, ultimately, what you have is a visibility problem. And in order to become not invisible, well, you have to enhance your visibility. And here are a few ways that I suggest that you do it. It's kind of like marketing. So you take a little bit from the world of product marketing. Like if you think about why do we go to the restaurants and we order Coca-Cola, Pepsi, just generally sodas that first come to our mind. Well, it's really because product placement. These organizations are constantly reminding us that they exist by putting advertisements up, marketing initiative, commercials, product placement, all sorts of these things where we're constantly reminded that these products exist. So they're always top of mind. Well, we have to think about that ourselves in terms of our own personal branding. How can we remain top of mind? The key is visibility. So a very simple way to do that, or here are some examples. Number one is just circulate in your work environment. If you work in a physical location, circulate. Go on walks around the office, have conversations, introduce yourself to people. Just be visible so that you're in somebody's mind. Next, if you work in a hybrid, remote type work environment, turn your camera on whenever you possibly can so that people see you. Like if you think about a lot of meetings, quite often, especially if there's lots of people in there, people turn their cameras off. Well, out of sight, out of mind, right? Have your cameras on. Another way to stay visible is, let's say that you are a bit of an introvert and you often don't speak up in meetings. Well, put your hand up and speak. And I know it can feel uncomfortable. You feel perhaps a threat of perhaps not coming across as competent as you like, but just putting your hand up and contributing is a way to be visible. Now, if that is absolutely the worst possible idea for you, right? You feel like that you just don't have the opportunity or the circumstances aren't conducive to that. Another way you can do it is by showing initiative, by crafting messages and sending them to the people that those messages would impact and suggesting ideas. Well, here are some processes or some systems that I think that could be improved. Here's my background and why I think that this is important. And writing these communiques are just a very powerful way to show your expertise, because in the writing you can not only really effectively articulate what it is that you want to get across, but the email also is kind of like a private message to that other individual that they can process during a time of their choosing. So these are just some simple ways to remain visible, right? And by doing this, you're going to get perhaps more opportunities to be placed in front of clients, to speak up at meetings, to get projects, to get promotions. Now, one caveat that I have to add is like just being visible isn't enough, right? You're seen, great, but you also need to be competent, right? You have to be competent, be good at what you do. So always be training, always be learning, always be developing yourself, right? Deliberate practice, getting better in your area of expertise, so that when the opportunities arise, you're ready to present. Coupled with that, develop the ability to communicate effectively, to effectively articulate what's in your mind to others. And this is a big source of trouble and challenge for so many really talented professionals. They are very, very smart, very, very competent, but when it comes to articulating it to others verbally, it's a challenge, right? So I encourage you to take courses, join Toastmasters, get a coach, do everything you possibly can to become a great communicator, because you combine great communication skills with good competence and the opportunity that comes about as a result of visibility, and then all of a sudden you move from invisible to visible. Good luck.